Hey guys. So, yeah, alright, let's see. I'll just start off by saying, Nicole, I freaking love your first Breathless Encounter. Oh my gosh, so funny. I really want to show Leanne, but I haven't gotten the chance to yet. But that's definitely gonna happen, and I just watched your last video, which is why I'm making this video, because it just inspired me. Mine's not gonna be as funny as yours. Yours is, like, legitimate video. Mine's just basic babbling. But so today is Monday, September 10th. Yeah, it's the 10th. Which means that it's the third official Monday of school, and it wasn't that bad. I've definitely gotten into a routine, especially on my Mondays and Wednesdays, and pretty much for Tuesdays, but that's probably going to change since tomorrow I start this new class thing. But basically what happens is I get up at 6:30, I take a shower. Today, okay, so I know you guys always rant and rave about how unhealthy it is for you to wash your hair every day, and so you guys all do your, like, classy every other day thing, and I'm always like, what? That just seems weird. It's not worth it. But today I didn't feel like bringing in my shampoo and my conditioner into the shower, so I just didn't wash my hair, and it doesn't look half bad. You know? I mean, of course, it's at the end of the day. It's 8:30 right now at night, so whatever. But yeah, no, it turned out pretty well. Like, I still dried it and everything because I, like, got it wet, but so anyways, 6:30, take a shower. I'm dressed by 7. I take my lovely giraffe cup downstairs with me and make some Thai iced tea, and then all the way down the main floor kitchen, boil, so, like, I have to, like, boil water in a pot, so that's kind of fun. And I watch the morning news. I actually watch the Today Show, so it's kind of crappy, but it is okay because it's, like, Today Show is filmed in, like, New York City, so it's kind of close, so it's kind of, like, they do a lot of more East Coast news, so I guess it's kind of local news, but I don't really hear that much about Oregon. Nah. Then I come back upstairs, I do my makeup, and I pack my bag, and I am out of here by about 7:55. I have to walk all the way down to Neville Hall, which is, like, so here's M&M at the very top of the hill, and then here's Neville Hall, all the way at the bottom. Actually, not quite all the way at the bottom. Then here's the post office. That's right, further down and off the screen. But so after math, which is what's in Neville Hall, it's my basic stats class, I walk like this way, and then up to about here. I go like halfway up to the library, instead of going all the way back up to my dorm and not doing anything, because I never get stuff done in here. I stop by at the library, and I do, actually today I didn't have to do anything that was due today. I did everything that was due tomorrow, and a little bit of stuff that was due on Wednesday, so proud of myself, getting some stuff done, because I have this awkward, like, 2-hour break between my math class and my theater class, so I get some stuff done, and I'm become very proud of myself. I eat my little snack in the library, because the librarians are chill, and they don't mind if you're talking. That's in Linderman, though. If you go to, it's called, like, Fairchild Memorial Library, so people, like, call it FML. It's funny. But that library is, like, super quiet, and, like, you go there to get work done, so. But anyways, I go to Linderman, the really pretty one, and if you ever look up Lehigh, you'll probably see Linderman Library, so there you go. From there, so what we're here, right? I walk down the hill, and this way, right here, is Zollner Arts Center. That's where, in the Diamond Theater, that's where my theater class is, and I sit there and do nothing all day. Actually, I can show you guys what part of my homework was today. So we had a picture of this lovely looking man. See it? Are you basking in his glory? I hope you are. Isn't he just, he's a hottie. Ugh, look at him. So attractive. Anyways, so we proceeded to draw him. Yeah, we just had to draw him. I don't even know. This was during class. We had to draw him, and it's like, okay, because we're supposed to be able to, like, conceptualize or whatever. I don't know. I don't get this class. And then he's like, And teacher's like, well, the next time we're in class, we're going to be drawing him again, but this time with, like, a grid and stuff, so that it's easier, so it actually looks good. And it's like, well, why didn't we just do that now? Why did we just waste, like, at least half an hour trying to draw this guy? He's like, because by the end of this, you'll be way better at drawing it. It's like, well, then why didn't we just start with getting better? Why do we have to start crappy and see how crappy we are? And, like, you know, just kind of lame. So anyways, for homework, we then had to, he's like, you understand how to, or, like, when you see the picture, like, a lot of times you're trying to draw also the emotion, I guess, apparently. I don't know. So it's like, he wants us to draw the exact thing, not the emotion. So he had us turn it upside down and draw a picture of it. And so there's my picture. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not too bad. I'm kind of proud of it. More proud of this than I was with my original drawing. I mean, it doesn't really look like him, and his eyes are kind of wonky, but... And his mustache is gigantic under his nose. Do you see that? Anyways, I was kind of proud of myself. So that was half of my homework. But I have my first test in there on Wednesday, so I should probably be studying for that right now, but who cares? Anywho, so after Zollner Arts Center, I walk all the way this way and back up the hill to M&M. And then I hang out there for a little while. Then I find some people to go to lunch with. Today it was only Jane, though, because I, like, missed the lunch rush. It was awkward. Went to lunch, came back. Didn't do too much. I don't really know what I did, actually. Kind of forget. And then I go to my English class, so it's back, actually, at the library. It's on the 4th floor, though, so... That's kind of interesting. It was kind of hot in there today, which is weird, because it was, like, normal temperature outside, but, whatever. And I love this English class. This is my literature and social justice class, which is awesome. And we actually have, you know what? It's in my, yeah, we have this journal that we're supposed to keep of, like, it's newspaper articles that we found that we find interesting and have to do with, like, social justice and stuff, or just random things that you find interesting. It's like, that just doesn't seem wrong. So I've clipped newspaper articles. One's about a student shooting that happened pretty close to here, actually, so that was kind of scary, like on the first day of school. But it was at a middle school, which is ridiculous, because it's like, how does a kid... I don't know, it's just crazy. Another one was about the Taliban hurting people. There's one from the New York Times about how the people who, like, built the World Trade Center are suing, like, American Airlines for negligence for, like, supposedly, like, basically causing 9/11 to happen. I'm like, really? I don't think they're the ones that cause it. And, like, there wasn't even, like, that much airport security before 9/11, honestly. Like, there was, I don't know. So that one just kind of pissed me off, so I clipped it and I wrote about it. And then there's one on torture, which I actually wrote a lot about, because I just find that really interesting, you know? Like, it's really interesting, torture. Then there's this one about this kid who, like, was in kindergarten and pulled a knife on another kid. And it's like, holy crap. Like, just who does that when they're in kindergarten, you know? And he had to go through all this, like, counseling and stuff, and this was last year, and then the mom of the kid who the knife had been pulled on, like, found out that he was allowed back in the school system, and she's, like, getting all pissy. And she's like, they were supposed to keep him away from my son, and they let him talk to him. I was like, well, okay, he's in kindergarten, you can't expect him to really understand what he's actually doing. And he went through all the counseling, so, like, he should at least be given a chance to go back to public school. She's being all pissy. And then the latest article that I clipped was about this one family who's suing another family because their daughters were, like, playing with a golf cart and one of the kids got, like, her arm crushed or something. So, I mean, a lot of mine just kind of fall under responsibility, which I wasn't expecting, but they just, like, every time I find something that's really interesting, it just happens to be about. like, who should be responsible and when it's time to assume responsibility. So that's kind of interesting. Like, I didn't think that that's where I was headed, but it looks like it is. And so after my English class, I head back up to the dorm up here. And it was at that point when I checked my email and found out that morning, like, when, remember when I was way down here at Neville Hall? Well, Angela's letter came in the mail, and they had it for me waiting right there. So I'm not going to pick it up until tomorrow, because there's no way I'm going to, like, it's a hike, Like, we don't live on a mountain, even though they call it South Mountain. It's not a mountain. Like, it's a hill, but it's still a pretty big hill. There's, like, 8 flights of, no, not 8. There's, like, 13 flights of stairs. Like, I'm not even talking, like, normal flights, I'm talking, like, just random staircases that you all have to go up to get to the mail, from here to the mailbox. And that doesn't sound like much. If you guys ever visit, you'll understand. But yeah, no, so I came back here, and it was just about 4 o'clock, which means that the tennis, the men's finals in the U.S. Open started, and Brian and Reagan basically just, like, took over the TV, and they're like, we're watching it. And I kind of like watching tennis, but people get so pissy. They're so annoying. Like, if you don't like something, don't watch it, I've talked about this before, haven't I? Woo! But, like, I don't know. This is more important. So it was just kind of annoying when people, like, continuously, like, every, like, half hour be like, can't believe this is still on. I was like, it's a tennis match, so just suck it up and go watch your football game somewhere else. It's not the voice that I used, nor did I really say much. I did say some things, but not much. Tutoring's going on right now, so it has to be kind of quiet. But yeah, no, it's a solid Monday night. I could probably do a little bit more. I think I'll be reading a little bit. I think I'm going to do my DPP DPT, I'm sorry, I misspoke, for chapter 11 in my theater textbook. And then I'm gonna, just so I can get that out of the way and so I can just study tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to start this weird freshman 8-week seminar crap. Who wants to do that? No one wants to do that. No one wants to do that. I just don't want to at all. I don't even know what it's about, but it's at 8:10 tomorrow, so I'll be following, like, the same exact schedule I did yesterday. Except for, Yep. This past weekend was fun. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm getting kind of sick, probably because I went out twice, and I danced in the rain. So that was probably a bad idea. But I wasn't the only one this time. Mayana, I know what you're thinking. I didn't even pull out the whole rain dance shtick. That didn't happen. But I was just dancing around, having a good time with a bunch of the girls from the floor, because it was pouring. That was a lot of fun. That was on Saturday. Yeah, it was on Saturday. But no, Friday night was, what was it called? Tight and Bright. That was the theme of the party that we went to. But we actually didn't end up there for a while. We walked up there first because Becky's a liar and said that there was a pregame there. Have I explained what pregame is? Where people get drunk before the real parties start because the real parties are registered. There you go. If you missed it, there you go. No, so we went to, we walked through, like, the frats are even further, the frats and the sororities are, like, even higher above of M&M, so, like, a little bit up here, and then East 5th, so we're, like, shrinking, so, like, here's M&M, here's the post office, here's the frats, here's East 5th, so it's a lot more walking. But it's okay because it's nighttime and you always get a little giddy during the nighttime, so it's all good. But no, so we walked up to the frats. We realized there wasn't anything there, so we walked all the way down to this place. It was actually on Berkeley, I think, or no, Webster. It was on Webster. And it was just, like, in someone's backyard, and it was actually really nice. Like, it was a lot nicer than other pre-games that I'd been to. Of course, like, I'm not drinking anything, but it's still fun to go with friends and stuff. And it's actually, okay, so I figured out the perfect solutions. So basically, in order to get people just to not even talk, like, not even be like, hey, you're gonna have someone to drink, no, you should drink. What you do is you take a cup, empty cup, and you fill it up halfway with beer, because people always assume that you've drunk that much and still like that much left to go. And so every time they see you, it looks like you've been drinking or are still drinking. So you're not walking around with an empty cup, people having you urge to drink more, and you're not walking around with a full cup where it's obvious that you haven't had any. So there's a little tip for you, just in case, and it totally works. So I just stood there with a half cup full of beer. There's actually a picture of me online. I untagged myself though, saying I don't want Sean to judge me, even though he probably will, or Chris or something. But yeah. And then we left that, and it was a smaller group that left. It was just myself, Leanne, and Reagan. And we met up with Mike and Austin and Brian. And then we basically just ended up like walking with them back to another pregame that was like right across the street from the original one. So that was kind of annoying. And then just met up with all the people who we had been with earlier. So I was like, well, this is a waste of time. What are we doing? And that one was also okay. I don't know. They had soda. So I poured myself a cup of soda, and then I like drank that all because I was actually thirsty by this point, and it was just normal soda. It was like Orange Crush, because people will put like vodka in, and then you just like pour the rest of the drink with like a soda chaser or whatever. But some people don't understand how much a real shot is, so they'll actually pour like half a cup of vodka, like a full cup, which is disgusting. Like that's just gross. That's like 6 or 7 shots, which is really bad for you. Which is why so many people get so messed up on a Friday night. And then I went back for more because I was still thirsty, and I poured some, and I drank a little bit, and I was like, oh, this one's been spiked. So unfortunately, I had a taste of alcohol on Friday night, but I just had one sip, and I was done. I was like, no, this is okay. So I don't think really anything even got in. So we're good on that. And then from there, we went up back to Pike, the original place, the Titan Bright, which is what we had dressed up for. And I met up with some people from OAP, and so myself, Brian, Cheyenne, and Aaron's a girl, went up to Pike and danced, and people kind of came in and out and stuff. And no, it was a really fun time. That like dance party was ridiculous. So it's like I've told you before, it's super humid here. It's really gross. And you know how when we would go to like our high school dances, you like get kind of sweaty, and sometimes you get like pretty gross, and you're like, oh, this is gross. Like the underside of my head is like a little bit sweaty, so it's kind of gross. Like I hope no one sees. I hope like it hasn't gone further than like right here, you know? Okay, this part, everything disgusting, so humid. Like you could just see like everything was just so sweaty. It was so gross. Like your hair is like legitimately wet. Your face is just like it was so gross. Like the only thing that wasn't sweating was like my legs and like my tummy, you know, like this part. But like this, and all of it, like your arms are like. Did you even know that this could sweat? It can, and it does. But it's okay because everyone is like that. It wasn't just like me, like having like overactive sweat glands or anything like that. Don't think that. It's not true. But no, we were disgusting. And then we headed back we said goodnight to Aaron and Cheyenne. And Brian and I headed back to M&M. And his shirt was disgusting. You guys wouldn't even, it was so gross. Like, he took it off because it was really gross, and it was, like, legitimately, like, a wet rag. It was so gross. I was like, okay, I'm not that bad. I wasn't that bad. I was pretty bad, though, but I wasn't that bad. And then I went into, like, the lounge and just watched people, and then something really stupid happened, and I'm not going to go into that. It didn't involve me. Didn't involve my room. Angela knows. You guys can ask Angela. I'm not going to say it over the internet because that's just not okay. And then, so then when I was finally able to go back into my room, I went to bed, and it was nice. And I slept in until like 10:30, and I went down to brunch with some girls who were super nice, and they live over there. I'm pointing that way, sorry, in the hall. They're like a few doors down. And then the brunch was delicious. I love having oatmeal in the morning. I don't know, like, I almost never go to breakfast though, so, except for on weekends. I go to, like, brunch, and they always have breakfast stuff during lunchtime, so it's nice. Anywho, then we had, yeah, I don't know, random stuff. Basically just, like, waiting until Saturday night when I wasn't going to go out because I was like, I don't know. I was angry about the night before, so I wasn't going to, and then so many people were going, and David was like, oh, you should totally go out, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, he was like the final straw. Like, people have been like telling me like, oh, you should come out with us, and then he was like, why aren't you dressed up? So I was like, fine. So I got dressed up, and I came out, and it was like Hawaiian themed or something, but at that party was really stupid. We went to the Ultimate Frisbee house, and it was really lame, so we left. And then we went, I think we went from there to a place on the hill. Yeah. From there to a place on the hill. Yeah, because we met up with Mike and Alex. And the place on the hill was like having a dance party as well, but it was really lame because there like wasn't anyone there. It was probably because it was only like 11 at that point, while the night before it had been like midnight by the time we got there. So it was really lame, so we split early. And then met up with a few other people, and we went to like 2 different parties, but they're all kind of crappy. Like, I don't know, like, drink-wise, I guess there weren't very many good drinks or anything like that. I don't know. And then, but I don't know, I was having really, like, I was having a nice time. Like, all the places were crappy, there weren't very many people, no one was, like, there wasn't anything fun to do or watch, really. And we went to the Hawk's Nest, which is, like, this late-night place between the Rathbone Dining Hall and Court, the UC Dining Hall. I went back upstairs, and it was like really chill upstairs. It was like really nice. It was way better than the night before. People like weren't hooking up or anything like that, which was pretty classy. I mean, people still were, but it wasn't like, it was nothing like the previous night. So then, yeah, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up late again, and then I went to brunch again, and then I watched Jenna Marbles for like 2 hours because I hadn't really seen that many. I just kept watching. Girls are fucking majestic. That's my favorite part. I could say that all day long. Yeah, and then I finally started doing my homework at around 4. We had dinner at 6. And it took me way too long to do my homework. I had so much homework to do, and I procrastinated so hard. So that was bad. Don't do that, children. Do your homework the second you get it. Like what I did today. I feel so much better already. But yeah, and so then today, I already told you what happened today. But it looks like it should be a pretty good week. I think I am getting sick though, so I probably won't go out this weekend. Unless somehow I miraculously get over it. That's probably not going to happen. But I just wanted to say hello again to everyone. I have made all of my college videos private just because I'm saying so many people's names and stuff. So just as long as you're signed in, you're good to go. And I don't know. Classes are going well. It's a good time. I'm learning stuff. Not really in my theater class. Like, again, why? I have no idea. I don't see the merit. That theater class is stupid. When I came here, I thought I was going to minor in theater, and now, I don't know. I just don't know. It's very strange. It's very strange. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that lies. The whole Mr. So-and-so situation changes every day. Not every day. It kind of changed. It changes gradually. Just because you're still getting to know people, so. Thought I liked someone last week. Now I think I might like someone different. I don't know. The guys here are cute. Some of them are. Some of them are total douchebags. Some of them are some pretty hot douchebags. Freaking, oh my god, this one guy, one of the Nicks, it's Laxnick. He's so attractive. You guys would die. You guys would die. I'm not even, like, you guys would die. He's so freaking attractive. You guys should really come visit sometime just so you can see him. It'll be totally worth the airline ticket out here. Not even joking. He's very attractive. Okay, you know what? I just realized that my face is all shiny on this side. The whole video. You're welcome. You get to see my lovely face. Shiny face. Alright, should I go like this? God, I have a weird nose. That's weird. Anyways, I don't know, it's like not even 9 yet. Okay, this is turning out to be a way longer video than I thought it would. I love hearing updates from you guys. It's making my days. Angela, I'm looking forward to getting your letter tomorrow. I definitely will get it tomorrow. Nicole, I love your frequent updates. And your house looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think I was aware that you were moving. Like, I knew it was always like, you had kind of been talking, but I didn't know it was actually happening. So that's interesting. Yeah, totally didn't know that. But let's see, I guess the days are kind of winding down for you guys. Hope you enjoy your last few of summer. I hope Corvallis is still nice weather. It's really cooling off here. Feels a lot more like fall. I was able to stay in this and jeans all day, which almost never happens because normally I'm like hiking back up and I'm just like gross and need to change my shirt, but that didn't happen today, so hey. Plus they're keeping our lounge freezing. It's like 60 degrees in our lounge and the air conditioning is blasting all the time. Who does that? Who does that? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea, and it's really lame. So there you go. But no, I hope it's nice in Corvallis. I hope you guys are getting excited. Nicole, I definitely didn't pack until like 3 days before I left, and even then it was like kind of, and the last day before I left it was like, oh shoot, shoving stuff in bags. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better than I was with that. Maya, I hope you're getting excited to head out of Corvallis. It's gonna be different. And yeah, it won't be too bad though. You know what was really weird today? Someone said something and it weirded me out. It was like, oh, so they were talking about the US Open and how it's like in New York, and then someone's like, yeah, I mean, we could just like be there in like 2 hours, and it was like, it actually took me, it was very strange. It was like, I started saying it out loud, I was like, whoa, what? That's not a real puppy. Sorry, that's from a really bad commercial. I don't know why I just quoted that. No, it's really weird sometimes. People say some weird things. There's a girl here, well, there's actually 2 girls here from Trinidad and Tobago. And they don't like it. No, they don't. I don't know what that was. Sorry, but her name's Kelly. Kelly. And they say funny things. Kelly has a fear of bananas. She has banana phobia. It's real. Look it up. And they don't say quote. They say coat. And these are quotation marks. She's funny. She's really sweet. Cool. But no, so I guess she's probably a little bit more culture shocked than I am. But I like to think that we're on the same level, you know? People say things different here. Very strange. But hopefully you won't get too much of that in Eugene. But I'm sure some things are going to be different. Like, probably no one's going to get this whole college thing. But they probably don't say 5s there. And I'll explain that in a whole nother video, because this is running way too long. Alright. Hope you guys have a fantastic Monday and are ready for a great week. I'm sure it's going to be awesome in Corvallis. It always is. And as I totally just swallowed part of my gum. Sorry. And as always, look forward to hearing from you guys. Loving the updates. And can't wait to see you in December. Alright. Have a great day, you guys.